been a little while since I've done a mod showcase, and I think the Void is a good one to come right back with. Pretty new mod from modder extraordinaire Allaah, apparently written in the course of a single bus ride. It's an interesting one, to say the least. And it's actually 3 different mods here. The Void, which is just the first level being transformed into a new question mark biome. The Eternal Void, which is every single level being transformed into the Void. And the Vacuum, which, oh, Jesus. It's even worse than I expected. Oh, I didn't think it would be this bad. And it's even worse. Oh, even the music can't keep up. Oh, God, why? Well, let's stick with the Eternal Void. You know, get the best look at exactly what this is going to be. If it loads. Mods are still a little bit of a grab bag sometimes when it comes to actually having them load up. Also, a really big fan of the JPEG static version of the prisoner's cells up there. So the Void. If you have played Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, this is pretty much the exact same sort of concept. I don't think it was initially intended to be like that, but people noticed the similarities and, well, now it's a reference. If you're unaware of that, the Void is sort of a best of version of a biome in Binding of Isaac. Essentially, it's everything. Every single thing in the entire game kind of shoved into one big super level. And in Dead Cells here, it's, well, pretty much exactly that. You're going to be finding every single enemy in here. Randomized music, randomized backgrounds. Even like backgrounds that make no sense to be there for an entire level. For example, the inside of a house in the Stilt Village, or the Challenge Rift backgrounds. You'll even get some level generation from the Challenge Rift areas, so just random trap rooms kind of sitting around. It is Bedlam. It's actually quite fun. I sort of like the idea of having just a huge, even more randomly generated type of level than you would normally. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, there's a reason why. Oh man, really just not giving me anything here, are you? Oh, come on. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm doing this on 2-cell mode. Oh, I think after maybe a couple attempts at the Eternal Void here, I'll pump her up to 4-cell mode, and we can have some real fun. Teleporting enemies from literally everywhere in the game. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And malaise, and, well, everything that you've come to know and love. It's just a lot of great stuff. Prison Depths music in the background here, but I have heard some kind of unusual ones appearing when I was testing this out as well, including a track that I've never actually heard anywhere before that must be in the files, but was never implemented. Sort of a jazzier version of the Prisoner's Cells theme. Oh god, there's so much going on here. But you can also get completely nonsensical tracks playing, like a boss theme, like hearing the concierge fight theme go for 10 years while you're working your way through this extremely long level. Or stuff like the in-between, safe area playing in the background. It's a fun thing. It is a fun idea for something that was created so quickly. I mean, if Allaah was actually planning to update this in any way, maybe actually throwing it a little bit more like the Void that it was incidentally named after might be cool. Like sudden changes where the background transforms into other biomes, or switching up the music after maybe like a small bit of static or a white splash across the screen, which we all know is pretty well implemented into the game, as I learned definitely during the elite only mods. It's pretty neat, and it's also a good excuse to be able to get a little bit more Dead Cells content out here while I'm coping so very poorly with 4-cell mode. Well, hey, in some of the recent... Cool. Ah, that's frustrating. Whatever, let's get a different background going on here. While it's generating, you might want to head to the workshop and try out masterpieces like Initial Archiving All Needs. I assume that's got to be some joke about the mod workshop on Steam, but Like, it didn't only clear over my head. I couldn't even see it with how far above it was. Anyway. Yeah, I have gotten, like, to the castle a couple times in those streams, getting decent at some of these runs. So I think I might be able to conquer what the Nightmare Void might have to, which, hell of a name, by the way, Nightmare Mode might have to give me. And okay, it crashed. Never mind. Maybe this is a good time to just go 4-cell right now. We can get a whole bunch of random generated levels. It'll be fun. It'll be good stuff. Oh, yes, and something I didn't even mention is that the Update 11 is live now. Should be live for everybody, except maybe for console owners. I'm not entirely sure. Which is, oh man, it means that it is now set in stone that I'm going to need to get used to 4-cell mode as it is. It's going to be real fun. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't change cell mode at the beginning of this. I would have to change it back to a normal run first. Well, let's do at least one more regular run here, and then set it into 4-cell mode and just get something of a redo of the last video that I made, except much crazier. Oh, come on, I can't do this one again. You know what, let's throw her in 4-cell mode right now. Quick dissolve. Trying to fit spinners into sewer rooms, please wait. Hey, they're called lacerators now, Allaah. I'm gonna have to change. Yeah, okay. Ugh, man, if you go to town in a Lincoln. Why not? Why not just throw it right on Nightmare Mode and let the torture begin? Hey, there we go. Surprisingly apropos, beginning to this. Oh, boss theme in the background, great. That's gonna be great to hear this. Well, for the 10 seconds that I'm gonna be playing, let's be honest. All right. Nightmare Void, let's do it. Well, this is not entirely unrealistic spawning for the first area. Now, that's a little less realistic. Oh, those guys teleporting after me is just going to be the worst. Something I've never really screwed around with as far as mods go is stuff that replaces the music. Could go throw on. That was a very bad play immediately. Ooh, that's not good. You know, actually throw on the Terminus Flux theme from Binding of Isaac. Could also probably just go find that on YouTube right now, get it pretty easily. Well, this is probably the only time you're going to hear the Hand of the King theme in 4-cell mode for quite some time, so savor that. Oh, jeez. I'm actually not doing as bad as I thought I would be. Maybe I should be using my, maybe I should be using my, my shield a little bit more. I feel like I can get some good usage out of that. Also, I can't believe that that Thorny did not actually die there. Oh! Jumping over him. All right. Still generating after 5 hours, turning it off and on again. Yeah, that's mods for you. Except for that one crash earlier, I haven't really ran into too many issues with this just yet. But hey, the night is young, and by the night I mean the early afternoon. Let's go. Oh yeah, here we go. One of the inner areas of the. Oh, another boss thing. One of the inner areas here of the Stealth Village. Took me way longer than it probably should have to remember what this area is called. I mean, granted, it has gone through a lot of changes over time, so I think you can at least understand that. Should have grabbed the shield instead, especially knowing that this is about to happen. Well, hey, at least Masochism now works when you only have one hit point. Yeah, this is definitely level generation from one of the sewers. You can tell because of how difficult it is for me to go anywhere. Not as bad as like the original Stealth Village where I... Cool. Not as bad as the original Stealth Village where I literally forgot how to, where I literally forgot, rooms that I had just entered before leaving it. I'm very, very glad the Motion Twin put symbols on the map that told you what was in each one of those areas. It helps stupid people like me. Always looking out for me, that Motion Twin. Oh, more sewers, fun. And hey, here's some halfway decent, decently powerful equipment. Let's go recovery. Maybe I can get some usage out of that compared to the other stuff that's been happening here. I want to say that masochism, is it still called masochism? That doesn't actually say here. Probably going to be more useful than a lot of stuff. Well, that looked funky. Now let's just see that one more time. Neat. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I mean, hey, look, when you're trying to make the game do things that it was never intended to do, things are going to get wacky at some points in time, and I think that's understandable. Sepulcher music definitely fits the sewers fairly well. Okay, come on. One of the things that would definitely make this a lot easier is if I did manage to get a halfway decent weapon at the beginning here. That isn't really something I'm totally holding my breath for, though. It's never really likely to happen, after all. Also, hey, masochism still are already paying dividends. And there we are. I don't know how the generation of stuff like... Damn it. I don't know how generation like the stuff of... for stats or anything like that works in here. I haven't seen anything like a cursed chest or a scroll of power just yet, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not in here. It could also be that the void is just absolutely enormous. I mean, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. One of the first times that I played the Void, I actually got a spawn of a room that was literally just, let's just go this and this again. Go for full healing. Yeah, one of the first times I played the Void, I got a room that was literally just a hallway that went right to the next area. Immediately got out of the Void, no muss, no fuss. It was... Really? This theme? Alright then, whatever, that's fine. Haven't heard this one for a while. Was back before the game was fully released. This was the ending theme for the game, essentially. Quite silly to be hearing it right now, but sure, why not? You usually don't hear this for more than a couple seconds at a time either, so... Well, you're probably not going to hear it for more than a couple seconds at a time right now either, considering how these runs have been going thus far. Cool. I was kind of worried when I dropped down there that I was going to get stunned and it was going to be the bad time. I have no... Yeah, like I said, I have no idea how exactly stats work in here, so... Healing might not even be all that much of a factor just based on the fact that... Healing might not even be all that much of a factor just based on the fact that I won't be able to get enough survival to make it worthwhile in any way. Okay, where am I actually going? Because this is one of the sewer spawns, so it's quite difficult to even know what's happening in terms of level generation. Sounds good. Sounds exactly like where I want to go. As always, you have enemies teleport to you constantly. Eventually, what's going to happen is that Eventually, what's going to happen when it comes to enemies teleporting around is they're going to fall off enough areas that they will kill themselves just alone. Also, I might be able to just do the old combination drop and have that work here. Which, as stupid as it is, you cannot argue with its effectiveness. The old complete lack of weaponry loop that is running up on the wall and then running down on the wall. Aye. Also, once again, never discount cheesing out enemies. Yeah, never discount cheesing out enemies by teleporting. It's incredibly useful to a certain extent. Alright, give me this. As much as I don't really think that that's going to be particularly useful, it is going to be a little bit better than the weapon that I was using right there. And yes, extra... This'll be at least something as far as itemry goes. Whatever it's gonna be. I'll take it. Ah, the void. It's exactly what I expected. It's exactly what I wanted. Ah, man. Also great, even more guys to attack me. Okay. Just bait them into attacking you, make it work. All right, and then one more warp away, one more combo. One more warp away, one more combo. That's how this goes. And we're good. Ah. So cheesy. Cool. Ah, even as hard as 4-cell mode can get, you can always make it work for you in one way or another. There, what am I actually getting off the twin daggers? 100% on poison, that's not going to be very useful, but a lot of this stuff could be of questionable use, but can make it work anyway, especially if I get the right stuff here. And punishment, as much as I would like to use it, I really don't. Boy, you're really just not making this easy at all, are you? I guess I could probably use Wave Denial on it and get rid of it pretty quickly, but also... Whoa, cool. No? Sure, you know what? Great. Fine, fine. I mean, it's not like I plan to actually get out of here anyway with the... Okay, come on. Not like I'm planning to get out of here anyway, period. So using a couple points of my potion charge, I'm not really worried about. Ah, enemies can't attack in the shop. Now what? Come on, give me something good here. That's actually pretty good. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it, though, unfortunately. However, what this area does give me is the inability to be attacked by enemies, and that's probably going to be the most valuable thing of them all. It's all I ever wanted, and now it's finally here, which is to say a place that I can just cheese out enemies like none other. Come on. Get... Well, oh, enemies are so tanky on 4-cell mode. It's crazy. Don't want to drop down. I want enemies to drop down. And there we are. And there we be. Yep, and getting enemies that drop on top of enemies is even more useful. It's one of the things that makes... As much as Wave Denial is kind of a very situational weapon, I think it's much better right now that you can just get rid of these guys like none other doing this sort of tactic. In fact, I'd probably take a second one if you want to give that to me. Or you... Or Lacerating Aura is definitely very good, and with the amount of enemies that I'm fighting right now, would definitely be very, very useful. Cool. And Necromancy is not giving me a whole lot to work with here, but it's giving me enough. Okay, this is an Ossuary spawn. I definitely recognize this one. Very big open areas like that. I've been to that place more than enough times to know what it looks like. Okay. Ah, dang it. And I'm alive. So as it turns out, it was all just... damn it, I shouldn't have been teleporting there. Oh, hey, I got 30 kills. So when I get to the next area, I can blah, blah, do nothing. Oh, that Guardian Knight is going to be quite the difficult character to deal with. All right. Yeah, I think teleport cheesing it is going to be the best way to go about doing this. Anyone else want to come up here? Well, not you guys. This is working out surprisingly well. I was kind of expecting to die here with the amount of... Oh, Defender! Why do you defend against freaking... Why does the Defender defend against nonsensical stuff like that? Ah, no! All right, come on, just... Fine, then. That's what I'm looking for! Malaise getting pretty high here. Now, the problem is that a lot of the enemy mix-up that we got here is not very helpful when it comes to trying to use the tools that I have at my disposal, specifically the Wave of Denial. I need things that will not... There! Need enemies that will not be preventing them from being pushed like the defenders around them. And also just in general larger areas to be able to deal with these guys like this. Well, provided that it did not hit them that far, I suppose. Come on. If I did that a little bit better, I probably could have... If I did that a little bit better, I probably could have gotten them to fall on top of some of the other enemies. Man, the void is huge. Which is something that I knew coming into this, but... still difficult to deal with regardless. Sit. Oh, hey, yo, you guys. Okay. The fact that they are staggered out in their teleports is also kind of frustrating to deal with a lot of the time. Because you can never quite get them in the... Oh, cool. You can never quite get them in the areas that you want. Yeah, let's go. Let's go into the next area of the void. Give me something else. Give me something that's not the... Wow, nothing. I mean, appropriate to the void, but give me something that's not the pure music from the end of the game. As much as I like those bongos, this ain't Super Mario World. I need something different. I need a little bit of a change of pace. Which, to be fair, this is definitely providing. I'll give you that. The lack of stats in the level is distressing, though. All right. It's the... Let's go. All right. So this is the version of the Slumbering Sanctuary where you get the... where after you hit the AT switch. Oh, great. Oh, and it's this guy, too, who does stuff like that, which I'm always a huge fan of. Come on. I'm just using the last potion charge right now because it's not like I'm going to be able to get anything else coming into the... Not like I'm going to be getting anything else related to malaise reduction at this point in time. All right, and okay. Okay, well, I know I just said that I wasn't going to be getting anything related to malaise reduction. I'm pretty sure that was a clean piece of watermelon. So As it turns out, I'm the liar. This is actually a pretty potent combination I'm noticing right now. Being able to blow around enemies. Ah, okay. Being able to blow around enemies. Being able to blow around enemies while you're in the air. I guess this is the only place that I'm going to be able to get any stats now, isn't it? Ugh. Not a big fan of that at all. Yeah. Ah! Yeah, it was really close. Actually doing surprisingly good. Boy, this wave of denial is doing more damage than I would have thought it would. I guess this is only the second area of the game, or even technically the first, so enemies are not going to be doing a ton of damage to me or anything. Hi. One more. And there it is. All right, cool. Free stat with absolutely no stress or use the wave of denial, man. Auto potion charges. Yeah, I don't really have the ability to heal much. Oh, well, yeah, watermelon. Shouldn't forget about that. Liposuction in little areas like that. I'm not quite sure what the deal with that is. I haven't seen that in regular game spawning just yet. Yeah. And oh, right. Got that inside. That's correct. I forgot. And we're just going to shoot one of those there and continue. Gold as well as a cell is going to be useful if I happen to find any shops around here. Which, oh, hey, look at that. There's a heavy turret down there. Ah, yeah, okay, good thing knocking him out of that, because that would have killed me. I don't have a shield anymore, so my protection is minimal at the moment against that sort of guy. Yeah, vampirism could be pretty useful, but at the same time, I don't know where I would use it and not die. So, look to that a little bit later. Guardian Knights still are some of the most dangerous enemies that you can come across if you don't have a shield. If you do have a shield, they're still pretty dangerous, but not nearly as so. All right. Whoa! The retaliatory grenade of all things. Also, I apparently got hit out of my crow wings. So that's bad, too. Alright, whatever. Crow wings takes too long to do anyway. Crow's wings, it takes too long to recharge. I'm not even going to worry too much about not having them at my disposal right now. Also, you know, I just realized that I did take a survival-based mutation and have no points of survival right now. Not even a 1. Well, actually, the 1. The only one that I could have right now. Alright. Oh, well, whatever. It's still 0.3%, which, come on, that's not bad. And with the amount of enemies that I'm killing right now, it's still clearly pretty effective. Another one of those one-way doors, which just kind of spawns occasionally. Probably something related to the... Oh, I do get 100% on poison target for heavy turret. Good. Probably something related to, what? I want to say... the dual tracker fight? Oh, here, just do that. Oh, alright. Vampirism might be worth going back to grab if I got the ability to. I don't know. We'll see right now. Oh, these are some of the secret areas! Damn it! Are the challenge rifts, which are not doing me any favors by finding those things around here. But hey, it's part of the whole spawning game. You're going to be seeing them occasionally regardless. And we're going to go down here, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. 100% damage on the target. Yeah, that's also bad too. And the liposuction, if I felt like it. I would much rather get to a shop in one way or another right now. I think that that's kind of my best bet as far as finding a... Oh, no. You are whom I want to kill. Guardian Knight. If there's one thing that's going to end this run right now, it's getting whittled down over time. But the other thing that's going to end the run is getting killed by a Guardian Knight. Hey, yo. Get out of here, guys. Okay. Managing this okay. I mean, as far as... It's the second one I've seen of those now? Huh, weird. I mean, this is actually going better than some 4-cell runs that I've had lately, so I'm going to take what I can get here. Also, yeah, despite this being the Sepulcher, this is the lit-up version of the Sepulcher, which you never normally see in the game. No darkness mechanic here, and I'm not even entirely sure how that would work with the whole void aesthetic. If you could somehow randomly make levels get voided up or not. Or get darkened up while being in the void or not. Doesn't seem like something that would be possible. Okay. A little bit, yeah, just need they just need to be taken out by the... Just need to be taken out mostly by the... everything that's going on here. Hey, at least that one's pretty easy to see. Ah, okay. Oh. There's where the exit is. Yeah, let's go see another area here. Why not? This has been going kind of okay so far. I mean, yeah, I don't have any more potion charges left, but all things considered, I'm not too disappointed with what's been happening. Anybody else? Oh, yeah, we got a lot of guys coming in here trying to get their last shots in. Too bad. I like the light blue color of the doors. I think that might have been the thing that the same sort of exit they used for the cavern back when that was what was replacing the repository of the architects in the graveyard, which now just hold merchandise category. So, hey. Maybe someday we'll see the repository. Hey, maybe that's the DLC area that's going to be introduced soon enough. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, whatever it's to be. Hopefully by that point in time I can have 4-cell mode on lock. We shall see. I am going to take you for extra health, extra points of tactics, and really just the extra survival, which will buff up my necromancy. Even if it's only 0.05%, that's still more. And I need healing right now. Alright. Potent combination. Pungent combination as well, because of the poison. Gives it a very piquant flavor. Nah, not worth it. Not you. And sell that. And then I guess we're just gonna go for tactics. It's all about having that damage at this point in time. Appears to be the cursed chest is going to be the only way that I can get any sort of going to be the only way that I'm going to be able to get any sort of points of... Anybody else? Any points at all of stats. So just got to be very careful. Cool. Okay, one more. I mean, not that it really matters anyway. I don't have... No, I don't have the ability to heal by eating food. That would just be to reduce malaise infection. And I do need to remember that right now, because it is something of an important point. Anybody else? Okay, good. Do we continue to be good? Yes. As it turns out, the current status is good. Get out. All right, I guess I'm just going to sell whatever the bigger ticket item is here. 700, 500, Not bad at all. And the size of the void really reminds me a lot of the daily areas, because those places can get huge. Of course, you're only supposed to conquer so many of the parts of that anyway. Oh, that was really close. All right. So, I mean, it's large as part of the game design. Don't get too comfortable here. Things can always turn around quickly. The tide is always ready to turn. Nope. Nope. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn it. There's another point of malaise, which I definitely do not need right now. More curse chest? Oh. I was kind of hoping there. I mean, eventually I'm probably going to run into another shop somewhere around here, but that could be a while. Especially, like, you see the upper right corner of this right now? That's just a small taste of what this area could possibly bring. And that's what worries me. Should come as no surprise. I mean, the healing here is happening, albeit at a very, very slow pace. Okay. I'm just really glad that the turret that I managed to get was... Oh, God. I'm just really glad the turret that I managed to get was one that gets synergy on poison, which is quite nice. There's also something to be said about the just complete lack of elites that I've been coming up against. I think the fact that I don't have to worry about the box or the death aura or anything. And then the one time that I did find a character that just laid the death aura on me, it was like near game ending. Kind of says everything you need to know about how 4-cell mode is being balanced at this point in time. Interesting. 612 takes plus 688 damage. 100% on poisoned. I'm gonna change. This could spell the end of the run, or it could make things much, much easier to deal with. Then again, it has a much larger cooldown time, so we'll see. I can also maybe have it be easier just based on the fact that it lasts for so much longer and everything like that. Or it might push enemies into me. Nope. Not even dealing with that. Or it might push enemies into me, which will definitely spell my doom if that comes to pass. Hey, watch out. And right in the back of the head. Okay, we good. Yeah, despite not having too many points of survival right now, I'm still managing to stay alive quite well. I mean, nearly up to over 2,000 health right now. Okay, let's take a look here. It's got the same cooldown time, it has 100% on poison target, and it actually does less damage, so I think I'm just going to sell it. Definitely something to remember, though, the combination of Wings of the Crow and Wave of Denial, or Denial Wave, whatever they're calling it now. That was surprisingly good. Keep out of range of enemies and then be able to do a lot of movement control on them as well. Oh, there's also another chest up there. If it's a cursed chest, I definitely need to go get it. That's a kind of a part of my strategy right now. As much as there is one to be had. Interesting. Wolf Trap. Generates toxic cloud around the trap. 100% on poison target. You've sold me. Because right now I am working with a very damage over time based build. Now I could get a lot more damage on enemies using the Tornado or even Wave of Denial. And now that I'm thinking about it, this is really more of a build that would be useful against the boss, but I might have screwed up. That's fine. That's fine. The ability to have extra... Oh, this is maybe bad. No, quickly. infect me even more. All right. Good night, everybody.